Today we're going to talk about the A1C testing. We have the A1C now units that we order for this, different from the cardio check machines. So we're going to take a second to talk about the machines and the differences and how to perform a control test. When the machine comes in, it's going to look like this. It's going to come in and make sure that we put it in the refrigerator as soon as possible. We do not want this on the bench for a long period of time. Make sure that we put it in the fridge as soon as possible. One thing you're going to do upon delivery of the item is you're going to make sure that the cold chain was not broken. You want to take the sticker, check right over here, and you're going to see that it has a temperature range. Let's see if I can get it. The temperature range is going to tell you what it needs to be in, and this dot will turn red if it's broken the cold chain. So right now, as we see, our unit has not broken the cold chain, so we are good to use it. When you open up the machine, you're going to have the unit itself, and there's going to be these packets that are inside of them. Each one is labeled number 1 and number 2. It's really important that we take the packets out and leave them at room temperature for 1 hour before we start the process. If we do not let them come to room temperature, we will not get a valid reading. Other things you will need is the control solution itself, which contains all the accessories needed. This is the control solution. Really important that we keep it in the fridge. It's only good for 5 minutes once we take it out of the refrigerator. So it's really important that the cold chain is maintained with this. You're going to have your control solutions level 1 and level 2 right over here. Are going to be in these little bottles. Like I said, you only have 5 minutes outside of the refrigerated temperature for these units to stay stable. So it's going to be imperative that we store these correctly. When we're doing an event, we have to make sure that we have an off-site cooler to maintain the temperature. Inside the unit, there's going to be a pipette that will help you draw the blood, and there's going to be a glass slide right over here. Not sure if we can see it, but the glass slide is what we're going to draw the blood onto so we can collect the sample. But that's about it with the unit. These are one-time use units, meaning that once all these packets are depleted, you do not use the machine again. You throw away the machine. You dispose of the machine correctly. And then you order the entire kit again. So once these packets, the 1 and 2, that come with the A1C now are depleted for this specific unit, you order the entire kit again.
Okay, guys. So we're going to perform the QC for the A1C now. So we've gone over the device, but once again, this is the actual meter. You'll need your pipette, and you will need your glass slide. Now remember, you only have 5 minutes once the control solution is out of the fridge to use it. So we're going to go ahead. And you also need an actual, you're actually going to need a pouch 1 and a pouch 2. Now, the pouch 2 is only good for 2 minutes once you open it. So that'll be the very last thing. But you can go ahead and open up pouch 1. Inside there'll be 2 things. You'll have this black thing, which is kind of the stamp, and then you'll have this other piece, which is the capillary tube. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, so once you've opened up everything, once you've opened up the pouch 1, you're ready to go. So go ahead and pull the control solution out of the refrigerator, and you'll start with level 1. Okay. So you'll start with the level 1, which is the white cap. And you will use your pipette here to draw it up. So you open it up quickly. And I'm going to move pretty quickly here to kind of show you since we only have a few minutes here. All right, and you'll squeeze, go to the bottom, and use that to draw it up, kind of like a pipette. And that's more than enough blood right there. But go ahead and transfer it right here to the glass slide. Set it down. And then you will immediately put it back into the refrigerator very quickly. All right, utilizing this capillary, you don't need as much blood as you do for the cholesterol, so you'll use this to kind of suck it up. And as you can tell, it'll come up pretty easily. All right, so once it rises to the top there, it'll stop. Keeping this upright, you want to press straight down. And it takes a second. You'll hear it kind of pop. And there's a solution that's in there that it's currently mixing with. So you want to kind of roll it like this about 6 or 7 times to make sure it mixes well, but don't shake it violently. And you'll let it set upright, remembering that there's a solution in there. All right, at this point, you're ready to open up pouch 2. You open it up quickly. Place it. And it should come on and say wait. You want to wait. It'll take just a few seconds, but it'll want the sample here in just a second. All right, so when it asks for the sample, you will remove the bottom cap and then quickly stamp and drop. At this point, it'll say run. I'm going to leave it down. And at that point, it'll give you a timer for about 5 minutes. Right now it's going down. So you can set it to the side, and at this point, you can take everything in your gloves and throw it into the trash can. Good. Okay, so after 5 minutes, it'll give you a reading that you need to log into the QC on the links. And there it is. It should give you a number. This one here says QC OK, and then 5.4, and that'll be your number. All right, everybody, so we're going to do the actual A1C now for a patient. So you have everything you need. A couple things you will need extra will be, of course, the alcohol prep pad, your ready-to-go bandage, and remember that we will be wiping away the first drop of blood. So it'd be good to go ahead and have yourself a cotton ball or 2. All right, so first thing you'll need to be the patient. Have the patient dangle their arms kind of to the side while you're getting everything ready. A neat and organized station is very professional to make sure everything looks good. You'll need your sharps container. So once you press, that's going to be the first thing you're going to want to do. So we'll go ahead and get started here. While we're here and their arms are dangling, you can go ahead and open up the capillary tubes. Now you will not need the slide or the pipette for this because you can use this to draw the blood straight from their finger. The pipette and the slide are simply for the QC itself. All right, so once you have your patient in front of you, all right, back it up a little bit. That look good? So once you have the patient in front of you, I always want to ask the patient which finger they recommend they would like to use. They'll usually say it's, either any of them is fine. So you probably want to use the ring finger or the middle finger, mainly because those are the ones that'll be the least calloused. So I usually recommend the middle finger right here, and that'll be your best bet. All right, so first thing you want to do, make sure you keep that upright. First thing you want to do is go ahead and wipe down the patient's finger. Go ahead and get that, keep knocking it over. Go ahead and wipe down their finger and let it dry for at least 10 seconds. All right, once things are ready, you want to go ahead and make yourself a tabletop and have the patient kind of place the finger right here. Go ahead and close it. It'll be fine. And you're going to use that to press right here. As you can see, the end of the finger gets very red. And so you will twist and pull, make a tabletop, press, and you're going to stick the finger just to the side of center. Okay, We're going to wipe away the first drop of blood. And wait for a good drop to come out. Okay, so once it's dropped, have the patient press right here. And you will place this just like on the control solution in here until it presses down. You'll hear a good click, takes a little bit of pressure, and you'll go ahead and move it like this. About 6 to 7 times to make sure it gets mixed well, and you will place it straight back down. At this time, you shall have your machine and your second pouch. Oh, should have did this first. Go ahead and place the machine, place the strip back into the meter. It'll say wait. All right, now it's ready for the sample. So you'll remove the bottom plastic piece and do a quick stamp. And now it'll say run. All right, and now you have 5 minutes. Now remember, each one of these A1Cs will take 5 minutes, so this is a great opportunity for you to talk about immunization, a good opportunity for you to talk about the Mobile Express, the app, just anything that we can do from here, but you do have 5 minutes before it is ready.